Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another Moment of Murphy live at the Village Hall. To join me in the next hour for some fun, bit of chit chat, and whatever more else we can come up with. So, in the house tonight, we have Katie Dockerell. Good evening, Katie. Tracy Murphy. Hi, Mum. Elaine Johnson. Hi, Elaine. Andrew Norris. Good evening, Andrew. Hope you're all well over in Croatia. We've just had Roland Bard join, which is fantastic. So, yeah, how's everyone been today? Everyone had a good day? Good evening, Mark. Hope you're well. So, yeah, been at work today, which has been okay. So, yeah. Good evening, Daniel. Hope you're well. See if we can get a few more people join. Good evening, Jacqueline. Hope you're well as well. Okay, so we've got 8 people here and 3 thumbs up, which is fantastic. So on this channel, it's not all about the numbers. It's just about people having fun. So yeah, what has everyone been up to today? Elaine said, we've had a bus ride into Portsmouth today, and very nice it was too. So yeah, I did see the photos. Yeah, it looks like you had a fun time there, whilst I've been in my workplace. But you got to earn the penny somehow. Cool. We're now into double figures. So we've got 10 people joined, which is amazing. Tracy Murphy says, are you looking forward to the weekend? Yes, of course. So Mark said, I was having a good day at work wise until about 4:30. Then I got a case of the shivers and my forehead was running a temperature. Oh no, Mark. Hope you're feeling a lot better soon. I understand, Jackie. Yes, it has been a beautiful day. It was nice looking out of the office from the windows, see the trees, and all the blue sky. So maybe a little bit envious. Okay. Apologies, Katie. Good evening, Ron. Hope you're well. And you enjoyed your bus ride into Portsmouth from Bognor. I would assume you probably got the 700 bus that goes by Chichester. Yeah, good plan, Mark. You got yourself all nice tucked up and in your blanket and had a siesta. And I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all, because sometimes being at work, you can kind of, if a lot goes on in the day, you can definitely feel it once you come home, as well I can attest to. I can understand, Ron. Driving is nice, but sometimes it's nice for someone else to do the driving. I can totally understand there. So Elaine said they took the 700 to Chichester, then the 700 to Portsmouth, which took an hour and 20 minutes. Well, you go by the scenic route, which is all the more special. So yeah, obviously tonight I'm your host for the social club. So much is yours. Got anything you want me to cover tonight? We can any themes? I haven't got anything. This is totally unscripted. So if you got something you want to talk about, we can do. Mark says he's never been to Portsmouth. It's worth a visit. Definitely for something like the Royal Navy museums around the dockyard. Yeah, definitely worth a visit. And obviously the Spinnaker Tower. On a day like today, you'd actually have a good decent view over towards the Isle of Wight, over towards Southampton, to Chichester, up to the South Downs. So yeah, you can see, I think it's about 23 miles. You can see for up there on a clear day, like today. Last time I went up there was, I can't remember. It was a good couple of years ago when we went down to the dockyard. So if you want to go and check that video, feel free. Where I went up on the Spinnaker Tower, up to the first floor viewing platform, and there they've got the glass floor. So yeah, someone like me decided to lay on it because I could. So yeah, that's one of the highlights as well. Then you've got Gunwharf Quays as well. But even if you want to come outside of Portsmouth, there is a wide range of things to do, such as Fort Nelson, which is around outside my bedroom window, about 3 miles that way ish. So yeah, it's about a 10-minute drive from where I live. You got a multitude of stuff around Fareham to do. Obviously, Gosport as well. Is this you got the Explosion Museum and Submarine Museum? So that's always good. But then, if you want more of like the countryside feel, head up onto the South Downs and beyond. So yeah, there's a multitude of stuff you can do around here. Ron said he'd rather go to Portsmouth sightseeing than shopping. I can understand that because where I live here in Fareham, in Hampshire, if I want to go shopping, I would much rather go to Southampton, which is 9 miles that way, because I'm facing roughly a northeasterly bearing at the moment, than Portsmouth, because it's generally easier to get to. At least I won't be stuck down the bottom of the M275 getting into Portsmouth, where I could just go to Southampton. It's just as quick. And for me, the fatal shop of their all for me is IKEA, because I'll spend a load of money on stuff I don't need, which is very, very good. Too Much Tax has joined us. Good evening. Hope you're all well. So good, nice. Yeah, Elaine can manage me being on the glass floor. Very very memorable. And of course, Andrew, you got the D-Day Museum as well. I forgot about that. And the Royal Marines Museum right down the other end in Eastney as well. So there's a whole load of stuff. And recently, I think they've also done a lot of the work with the sea defences as well, which is definitely always a good thing as well. To keep the area, but you can only, whereas you could drive both ways along the seafront between Clarence Pier and the D-Day Museum, you can only drive in a westerly fashion now, which is okay. I think actually they've chosen the better route because you get to see the Isle of Wight more as well, which is always a good thing. So, but yeah, I haven't. The last time I was over in the Isle of Wight was about a good couple of years ago. So, even though I live quite close, it's a logistical operation just to get over there, which is fantastic, which is good, but somewhere so near is like so far. Hence why I stay mostly on the mainland. So, yeah. Andrew said he went on the day before the March walk. Yeah, good idea. Like I said, there's lots to see and do. We're only about an hour and a half away from London as well. Thinking as I Wonder has joined. Good evening. Hope you're well. And he's enjoying England very much. Fantastic. That's what we want. So yeah, it's again. It's Thinking as I Wonder. Is that Jeff? That'd be Jeff Kellison. So good evening, Jeff. Very, very thankful for your company. So, we've already been 10 minutes in. And I've managed to talk about attractions around the Portsmouth area, which that's always a good sign. So, is everyone looking forward to the summer when it finally arrives? We're only about 40 days from summer, so it's not that far. Not that far away if you think about it. For me, what are my plans over the summer? Have a bit of a rest, which would be quite nice if I can. We're not at work. So yeah. Good evening, Robert. Robert Croser said summer is coming already up there. I can definitely imagine so. But yeah, I think part of my summer might be going and seeing some real hills once more. Because recently, me and I went up on I was forced to take time off work, which was good. So I thought, pack the car up, head up north and go and see my sister in York, which was great. What do we do whilst up there? So on the Saturday, we went over to Goathland. So ITV's Heartbeat, that's where that was filmed. Enjoyed it very much there, though we did meet a shirty owner of Scripps' garage, but you can't win them all. So we went there, saw the railway, and we went down a fairly rocky waterfall called Mallion Falls, which is in Gotham Village itself. And yeah, I went down there in kind of my nice bottoms, a little bit regretful. I probably should have changed into something better for that day, but you can't be choosy. So we went over there, clambered over. I'm surprised I didn't fall in, but it's just one of them things. Once we've finished up there, we had a nice drive up to Staiths and back, and then we went in the Magpie Cafe in Whitby for some fish and chips, and it was a great day. It really, really was. And then on the Sunday, me and my sister, we went out in the car once more, and we went up somewhere called Sutton Bank. Sutton Bank, for anyone around here who knows the Chichester to Petworth route, the A285, it's got the same feeling, but it's a lot more intense. It really is. And we got up to the top, which was good. And then once we got to the top, we had a walk around the visitor centre and saw the greatest view in England, as they call it. I've got all of the video clips captured that I've just got to have the time to edit down. And that should be all good. And then once it's done, hopefully towards the end of May, on the last day of May, it will be released, which would be good. So we went up there and then we dropped into a village called Helmsley, which is a very nice village indeed. Very quaint chocolate box village, if you like. And we went in, what was it, Thomas the Baker? And yeah, it's certainly on par with the bakery we got here in Fareham. Definitely gave it. It was I was in heaven. And then we had a stroll around the Helmsley Castle, which was nice. And we then came back down to York and had a Hickory's smokehouse for dinner, which was lovely. Very, very nice. And it was a lovely trip up I had to York and the wider Yorkshire area, which is all the more reason to get out. So hopefully, I know my sister's coming down in May to visit us, but hopefully I'll have a bit of time in the summer that I can take some time off of work and head up north. So, which is fantastic. So, don't know what I'm going to do up there. I can. I don't like to plan stuff too much. If I can wing it, even better. Let's have a look and see what's in the comments. Okay, so right, you've brought the good weather with you, Jeff. You certainly have. If we can keep all the storms at bay, that would be fantastic. Elaine says, "Am I still planning my plane ride? Potentially. I will probably wait till in towards the autumn if I can help it, because someone like me who's got no very can take time off when they want. I'll see what last minute deals I can get there, which would be good. Jeff has said it was beautiful in Glastonbury today. I can very much I don't doubt it. I hope you had a lovely time with Gabriel. If Gabriel's watching. Andrew has said every season has its own special quality, but somewhat summer is special. Yeah, summer is special. But then again, autumn has its benefits, winter has its benefits, and so does spring. So, but its drawbacks as well, which is even better. Rob has said York isn't proper north. Well, it's 300 miles trip between me here in Fareham on the south coast of England to York via the M27, M3, M25, M1, A1M, A64. And that is all the roads I go on, which is fantastic. Jacqueline said, "Hi to Jeff. Vladimir is glad you enjoyed your visit." Mark Burgess has said, "My next event to Romney and Hythe and Dymchurch Steam and Diesel Gala is on the 16th and 17th. Fantastic. Okay. You definitely want to go to Whitby if you can, Peter Coombs. That is definitely a good place, because you've also got Whitby Abbey as well. It's where Dracula's filmed. But also as well, something we didn't manage to go on this time round that I was a week early for was the North York Moors Railway. So, but we did go around the station and have a look around there, which was very nice. And as people may be aware, that they set it as Hogsmeade in the Harry Potter films, which was even more the reason to go. Wrong, Langley. Yeah, you are correct. It's Heartbeat Country, which is good. Jeff has said Glastonbury, with its rolling hills and flora and fauna, remind you exactly of the area between Sacramento and Stockton, California, in the valley. That's all good. Catherine's joined us. Good evening. Hope you're well. Jacqueline said, "Hi Rob, I've been to Whitby and visited whilst on a girls' holiday in Scarborough some years back." Catherine's just had a last Easter egg. So yeah, that's lasted well, which is good. Very good fish and chips and ice cream. Kerry Baldwin's joined. Good evening. Never too late to join. Jason Langley has joined by the looks of it as well. I do agree, Rob. Yeah, York is expensive. It definitely is. Luckily for me, I stay typically in a travel lodge on the northeastern side near the LNER Stadium, where York City play. That's typically a good rate I get there, and also quite convenient between me and my sister's house as well. So that's always a nice thing as well. Rob says Glastonbury is a new age capital of the UK. However, it's just for tourists. That's true. Although it's about a 2-hour drive between where I am in Fareham and Glastonbury, I'd say. Because once you get to Salisbury, down the A303, and then all the windy roads through towards there, you'll get there all right. Teresa Mulligan says, hi all. Good evening, Teresa. Hope you're well. Catherine said, hopefully have a proper house that you can stay in next year, which would be good. So, yeah, that'd be definitely good. So, she'll have even more time to put up with me than usual, but that's just a close bond me and my sister have. So I don't think will ever leave us, which is always good. So yeah, it's so that's what I've been up to kind of recently. The next video that will be going out on my channel, which it's almost edited, is my tour of Butlins when I went up to Butlins back in January to the Skegness site. Freezing cold. Definitely, you needed your thermals in at the end of January, but it was just nice spending time with family. Though, unfortunately, I did contract a bit of Butlins belly. Yeah, not good, but every cloud has its silver lining. It happened on the Thursday as we were checking out on Friday. So I couldn't moan, but I still got to see my sister, which was good as well, which we had to defer it. Unfortunately, that part of that visit, because of car trouble that we had over Christmas, which wasn't good. So yeah, as I was setting up this live stream, the last stream that I did was back in September of last year, which it makes you wonder how time flies by. It really does. And yeah, time flies by. And a fortnight on Sunday, I enter my 30s, which is even more fun, which is good. Catherine said, I've never seen Andrew eat so little. Yes, I was not good. I had a pie and mash that on the Friday evening because I hadn't had anything in a good 24 hours. But I managed to eat part of the pie, actually the filling, a little bit of the mashed potato and the peas, but that's about it. So that's always that's when they know I'm a little bit ill. Mark Burgess says sister's off to Bognor Butlins this week after a steam gala. I've never been to the Bognor site, but then again, it's a site that I wouldn't normally would need to go to because I live about 20-25 miles away from it. And a lot of it when I'm up on the South Downs, I know when I'm over towards the Duncton, Bignor Hill area, you can see down towards it. So you're not really that far away. So it's not kind of a place that I would naturally need to go to. Ron Langley said, we're having a pie and mash shop in Bognor soon. Well, we'll definitely have to visit that. We'll have to see what they're like compared to the Martlets, the usual pub of choice that we have down there, which is good. Kerry said, goodness, Andrew, you wait till you're double 30. Time gets even quicker. That'd be certainly I wonder what the world would be like in 30 years' time. I'll probably be close to a great uncle then, no doubt, more than likely. Get on at a distance of 200 miles. Nah, she's okay, small doses. No comment on that one. Catherine said pie and mash is the best. I had bangers and mash for her dinner tonight. Mash is just the best. Andrew loves mine. I sure do. And I'm certainly looking forward to when you're visiting Catherine down in next month. I'm certainly looking forward to a good sausage pasta bake, which is always goes down a treat. So yeah, not that I want you to come down and cook, but it's just nice having a little bit of a switch up now and again. So that's all the thing. One of the things that we'll be doing on the time that Catherine's down is hopefully visiting Butser Ancient Farm, which will be a nice time out. So, but we went there last year and it was closed, which was not ideal, but we made the best of it. We went up onto the Hog's Back around Guildford, shown Catherine where our grandmother used to go up, have a picnic on, and watch the world go by when she was young, which was great. So, and then we had a nice drive around, went down towards Sheer. We did that time. So, I don't know what film was it that was around there? I don't know. There was some film, but there's that around there was a bit of a tourist hotspot. So, but sometimes it's not what you do, it's the quality time. That's always what you got to remember as well. Because, oh yeah, the holiday. Thanks, Catherine. That's the one. And it wasn't poor planning. We just, like I said, sometimes you just got to wing it. Mark Burgess says, anyone tried the new Rustlers offerings, including chicken with different cuts and seasoning? I haven't had a Rustlers in years. I haven't. Von said, it makes you feel old, doesn't it, Jackie? My son was 50 early April. Yes, he was, definitely. So that was all. That was a surprise party that we organised at the Martlets for Jason. That was all very, as much as he was so surprised for it, which was good. It was good. We had a lovely afternoon, and it was just for the Easter break as well. So I got a few more hours off of work as well, which was nice. Always a good sign. Catherine said, I can't eat Rustlers now. Ate too many as a kid. Did we have too many as a kid? I can't remember. Although, to be honest, at Rustlers, you might as well go to the shop, get yourself some burgers, get yourself a burger bun, and anything else you want, and you've got a Rustlers there. So it's all good. Jeff has said, I've had grilled steak tonight whilst looking over the fence at 1,000-year-old abbey. Wonderful day. What better way to round off a day? Why not? Mum's just corrected. Yeah, we didn't have many Rustlers when we were younger. But to be honest, my Achilles heel now is cake, ice cream, fizzy pop. But then again, if we didn't have a lot of that, Catherine said, I've definitely had a lot of chicken ones that Mum bought from the corner shop near where we live. So, right, let's have a. Cool. Isn't it amazing just how in 29 minutes we've been on? It's amazing how it's going dark already, but we yet haven't peaked. We're still, 8 weeks away from the solstice? Of course, Jeff, we can't forget the station master. I hope he's having a wonderful time in Wales. I think it's Wales he's gone to. Let me have a look to see if he sent me any messages, any parish notices. I don't think we've got any at the moment. Let's have a quick look on the Village Hall Social Club page. Let's see what events are coming up. Okay, so I can't see any events, which is all the good. Yeah, looks like you've been busy, Mark. on the railways, which is quite nice. Got some great photos there. But yeah, apart from that, not much has really been going on there, which is good. I hope everyone's enjoying the nice weather as much as I do. Claire Leach has joined us. Good evening, Claire. Hope you're well. Jacqueline said, my youngest brother, Jason, was 58 in February and uncle just 8 years old. It's possible. It definitely is possible. Elaine said, we've caught sight of the fox cubs tonight. They don't half move. I hope Bruno's okay. I hope Bruno... He's a lovely cat, he is. He sure is. Everyone loves Bruno when they go around to run on the lanes. Claire Leach has said, talking about 50, I'm going to be 50 this year. Eek. Yeah. Time does catch us by. It sure does. So it's always nice. Always nice for that as well, which is good. Catherine says, I'm 26 this year, bit boring but not very celebratory. Well, 26? 50 is the new 40, Claire. I was more bothered about turning 30, said Rob. Oh dear. The 30s, wow. 3 decades of a moment of Murphy. That's always good. Lane said, Bruno stayed down this end of the garden for a couple of days now. I can understand, because for him and foxes, they don't get on, from what I can gather. So, which is annoying, but hopefully Bruno is all right. Catherine's asked me, what does a moment of Murphy want for his 30th? I don't know. I honestly do not know. I'm just going to take it as it comes. It'd be a surprise, but it'd be great whatever it is, which is fantastic. Elaine says, he's cleverer than we think, Andrew. Is that Bruno clever? Because he is a clever cat. He's lovely. Although he does love, when we've been round there, one of the pet peeves Elaine has, that he finds a home and nestles down in a box, a cardboard box. So if you put in bits and bobs away, Bruno will always find a way in. Yep, Elaine's just clarifying me, it is Bruno. Catherine says, I'll get you a box of Haribos then. Fine by me. Fine by me. Although, to be honest, when I go up to York, I tended to stop in the York Designer outlet because I've got the Haribo shop there. But the stuff I have bought, I will declare this live on air. I have still got about 3 bags of sweets in my cupboard. I've just revealed my stash. Damn it. If my dad watches, he'll be at them. Who'd it? I'm going to have to find another hiding place. which is always fun. But, yeah. Haribo's are good. What? Catherine said, they'll be raided next month. Great. But that's probably a good thing, because it's just more of an excuse to go and get more, which is fantastic. Which I always enjoy. But thinking about the summer, I don't know. Lots of planning to do. I wouldn't mind potentially going over to Amberley, because I've got a communications day thing they have over there. Might make that an event. So, but I'll probably see more close to the time, see what schedules and that dictate. So you've got that as well. But yeah, it's all good, and I'm sure Bernie would second people putting as many events in the social club calendar. So it's not, as Bernie says, not everyone can get to the everything, but if we can meet up on like unofficial outings, fantastic. That's always good. if people can do that. It just keeps the spirit alive, that's all. Catherine's asked me, should we go and have a day in Leeds at the Royal Armouries headquarters? That's always another option as well. That's definitely one we can save if, let's say, come up in the winter. We can definitely hop over to Leeds because it's distance. How far is distance between York and Leeds? Because anytime I go up north, it's like I find places are more closer together than you think. Let's have a Google from that. York Minster. Let's just do from York Minster. It's in the centre of York. To Royal Armouries. I don't want Fort Nelson. 26 miles. And it's about a 40-minute drive. So yeah, it's not too bad. 40 minutes. That's probably a similar distance. 40 minutes between Fareham and Bognor, which is good. Rob said it's 30 minutes by train. True. Also, if it's 30 minutes by train, I could have a couple of fruit ciders, which I go down quite a treat, and at least I won't be over the influence. So if I want that, I can definitely have a bevy or two. Catherine said she took her partner 30 minutes back from concert. So yeah, that's not too bad. But then again, it's all relative because by the time you think about parking, fuel, etc., sometimes it's just as cheaper to go by train. And then you haven't got, as they say, let the train take the strain. That's always a good one. So, although I haven't been on a train apart from the Heritage Railway, which we went on the Midhants / Watercress line, I haven't been on a proper passenger train service in years. Although, to be honest, I'm due to go up on to London, hopefully, with work in June. So I'll to a event that I've signed up for with my manager. But that'll be the first time on a Southwestern Railway service. Sometimes I struggle to wonder, is it Southwest trains? It's so these names change all of the time. So Rob said it's 2 hours from Carlisle, so York, Leeds. Yeah, I can understand that. You've probably got some good countryside around there and plenty of tall hills around there to look out. Very scenic. Catherine said she went to a music festival in Penrith. Beautiful part of the country. I don't doubt it. I mean, the Norththorpe Moors was definitely beautiful, and that you might think, yeah, the South Downs. You got some hills there. It's nice. Wait till you get up north. They're even taller. Catherine said she's looking forward to exploring the lakes one day. So yeah, that's another good part of the world. Although, to be honest, with the lakes, you've probably got Lake Windermere, and is that like tourist central, I would imagine. So yeah, Mark Burgess said I stopped off in Carlisle when I did my trip to Wigtonshire. My friend drove to meet me and drove back to his village in Kirkinner as well. Where's Kirkinner? Let's have a gander where that is. Kirkinner is in Dumfries and Galloway. So, it's right around the other side. Oh, right around the other side, more towards Stranraer. Ooh. That's always a good sign. Rob said, North York moors are nice, but compared to the lakes, there's no competition. Of course you would say that, Rob. Of course you would. Claire Leach has said, I'd like to go on to Scotland on a sleeper train soon. That's always good. I've never been on a sleeper train, but it's just one of the things. But I've got hopefully plenty of years ahead of me, so plenty of time to explore. Rob said Bernie goes to Carlisle and doesn't bring a phone. Kirkinner's a lovely place. That's good. So yeah, I hope Bernie's enjoying his time off. Ron said, I've driven over the North York Moors, Uncle Rob, very nice. And it is quite a nice place. It is quite a nice place. Although, when I was driving round, it reminded me of driving around the New Forest. The New Forest is about 10, 15 miles that way, if I can point. Somewhere over there. And you normally get your horses, ponies, donkeys, cattle as well there. So that's kind of the ubiquitous locals, as one could call them, that you kind of have to stop, start. They're nice to look at. But one thing about the north, it's sheep. That was the one thing that was certainly interesting, because at least, being honest, the sheep actually weren't as bad as the New Forest with like the ponies and that. At least the sheep moved when they saw danger. So that was actually quite fun as well, which was fantastic. Mark Burgess has said the Hoof GP operates out of Dumfries and Galloway. If you fancy watching hoof trimming, I think I've watched something like that before. It is quite satisfying watching. It's how they do it. I do not know. Jacqueline has said the only time I've been to Carlisle was years ago for a football match. Probably likely. Has he got Carlisle United? If my limited knowledge of football prevails in that respect. Rob, God's own country, driving up on Friday, Grasmere for Sunday. Teresa Mulligan has said. Rob has said, no denying it, Uncle Ron. It's about on a level scenery wise with the lakes. So that's always good. Claire Leach has commented, Brighton beat Chelsea last night. Yay! Just thought I'd mention it. I'm with you, Claire, on that one. My brother supports Chelsea, and yeah, I know where you're coming from there, Claire. Don't worry. Robert said Grasmere is middle class Blackpool. Teresa said, Claire, have you seen Brighton win the cup? From a Palace fan, I bet that must be a huge rivalry. Don't they call that the A23 derby or the M23 derby? Because you've got Portsmouth and Southampton, that's the South Coast derby, or Bournemouth and Southampton. So Jacqueline has said a snow blizzard over Shap and bright sunshine in Carlisle. That is true. Weather in the country that we're in the UK, is very, very unpredictable. Very unpredictable, because you can have sunny weather from 1 hour, and then in the next hour you can get a band of rain come over. So it's very, very unpredictable. That's why we always carry a coat round here in the UK. Catherine has said, hopefully be a York City winner promotion this Saturday. I've got fingers crossed. I think they'll do it. They've got, from when they came down to see Eastleigh, that was a football match we attended as well. Me, my sister, her partner, and mum. We went over to the Silver Lake Stadium, which is just off of Junction 5 of the M27, to see Eastleigh, as they call them, the Spitfires. And yeah, that was a good, comfortable win. Actually, if you want to see that video, it's up on YouTube already. So after this stream, go and check it out. Andrew Norris has said, Teresa, have a great trip, Teresa. Ignore what Robbie of the North says. Did I sound northern then? Although now I'm kind of, whenever I see people, it's rubbed off on me a little bit. Even though I'm a southerner, I'm kind of saying, hey up, which is always fun. Rob says it's a tourist trap, Teresa. And Claire has agreed, yeah, Crystal Palace is indeed a big rivalry to Brighton. Rob has said Andrew's never been north of Watford. I'll leave you two to fight that one out. Oh dear. And Catherine said that was dreadful, which it was a good impression. Although somewhat up north, they tend to be a little bit more friendlier than down south. And one thing I've noticed with York when walking around, especially back Christmas time, etc., they do like to bring their dogs out into the city centre, which is always nice dog friendly place. That's always fun. So Teresa said, Rob Crow said, it's very posh. We'll remedy that, Rob. We'll definitely get into the lakes. Ron has put, been down the slate mine near Keswick, Uncle Rob. Very interesting down there. Although Catherine said, referring to the York piece, it's a pain in the proverbial. I can understand. For the locals, it is I can imagine it probably would be a pain. Andrew's replied back to Rob saying, I'll have you know, I've been to Scotland a couple of times, but was not too impressed. Yeah, you win some, you lose some. Too busy painting his nails in Chelsea with flowery shirts on, was Andrew Norris. Okay. I know it's a... Oh dear. Always a good bit of healthy in that. Andrew versus Robert. Who will win? Well, we're not going to find it out because this is not Harry Hill, and we're certainly not going to do a fight as they did on Harry Hill's TV Burp many years ago. So, but it's just been, sometimes it's just nice getting out. Oh yeah, Catherine says fight. Or the Pencil Museum, it's closed now, sadly. Teresa will go to Waste Water to avoid the crowds. Waste Water? Sounds like a sewage works. That does. Waste Water, let's have a look. Robert probably could. Waste Water, what is... Let's have a look. Where's that? Oh, it is a place. I do apologise, Rob. I do apologise. It is a... I thought that was just a typo. Do apologise there, Rob. Let's have a quick look. Oh, that does look beautiful. That really does look beautiful. And there are definitely signs of hills there. Pronounced Woast Water. Woast. That's always good. But that's probably my southern accent coming out with me there. So it's got a car park. Can you walk? Looks like it's got how far is it across? It's probably something you probably could walk in a day around 2.8 miles, 3 miles. Oh yeah, you could walk around that in a good couple of hours. That'd be quite nice. Andrew said to Catherine, I will, of course. The South always wins. That's why he comes down every year. Is that on the border, Robert? Mum's put. I don't think it's on the border. That's more towards. That's just down the bottom of Scafell Pike as well. How far is it away? See, the power of YouTube, and I get immersed into all lovely places. Oh, only a couple of miles. That's not too bad. She's good. I don't know what's better, Rob. Coniston Water, Woast Water, or Windermere? Oh, that's probably a good question. Thanks, Catherine. Yeah, I might. Now you've reminded me, I'll shave this off. But then again, I'd look younger, so that's not a bad thing. Does it suit me? I probably will look nice, cleanly shaven for a fortnight's time for a certain big day I've got. A big day, and it certainly will be a very long day. Ullswater is very good. Oh, yeah, Ullswater. Oh, that's more towards Penrith. Okay. And Shap. How far is it across from the M6 to Whitehaven? That's about 40 miles. And from about the top to the bottom of the lakes, but Barrow-in-Furness, 60. That's quite an area. The lakes does feel quite an area of the country. Probably similar size of Norfolk and Suffolk, by the look of it. Kind of relative size. Although I've never been over to East Anglia beforehand. Never have been there. Although the closest, obviously, is Skegness, which I could class as part of the East. And I've certainly been to Yorkshire. Haven't been up towards Liverpool or anywhere around Manchester beforehand. I've been up to the West Midlands as well. Although I haven't been really much down to the West Country in a while. So it's been just kind of... Which is good. Last time I was up in the West Midlands was a visit to one of our sites for work, which was quite nice. And I had the pleasure of going round Spaghetti Junction. That was quite a nice... It's a nice drive through. I thought the M25 was crazy. Spaghetti Junction's even more crazier. But it's all part and parcel with driving on the UK motorway network. Jacqueline has said, has anyone read through the comments without really paying attention to what they're referring to? Makes for some very interesting reading. Jeff has said, I went to Bristol on my way here. I was very impressed with Bristol. I haven't been to Bristol in quite a few years. I haven't. One of the companies I work for, I had to go to Bristol and stay the night over there, which was quite nice. And I only really went around the centre, but I did go up back in almost 10 years ago for an open day. We went up for Catherine to look around the university, which was quite nice. Obviously, whilst they were looking around the facilities, I went and had a tour around the city and had my first ever Five Guys burger. That was a highlight of that day. So, although to be honest, I haven't had a Five Guys in years. Catherine says she didn't get in, but so. But it is quite nice. although I know Catherine ended up over towards the Kent direction, and then obviously up to York, where she's kind of put down roots. But one of the things is as well, she said to me, should we go out to Newcastle? Even more north or that way? Although, to be honest, the distance between New York and Newcastle, that's only 70 miles. So, in terms of relativeness, that's probably the distance between here and certain parts of London. So it's all quite relative. Although I haven't been on a day out in London in years. That's probably somewhere I'll probably may like to head over in the summer. Teresa said she's off again. Good night. Thank you for joining me. Ever so appreciated for your company. So yeah, I have thought about doing a video of London attractions for free. Hopefully that might get some views, but that'd be one I can ponder for later on in the year. Andrew said, as Robbie said, anywhere north of Watford is a foreign country. And it's all the same for me. Well, it gets lonely on a night, Andrew. So yes, it's yeah, I can definitely agree there, Catherine. Now, Rob and Andrew. So yeah, God, it's amazing how far an hour goes with the light. It really does. So I think tonight's stream has gone quite well. I definitely think it's gone quite well, and hopefully everyone has enjoyed an hour of me talking away, which is always good. Always nice to have a nice chat with you all. Jacqueline says, night all. Good night, Jacqueline. Thank you very much for your company. So obviously next week we've got Jeff and Gabriel on their channel, which is live from the tour. And then obviously Bernie back in a fortnight, which is always good. Pete says he's off now. Good night, Pete. Thank you very much for joining us. Very much appreciated. Jeff is there. Roland Barr, good night. Thank you for your company as well. Oh, thanks, Rom. Very appreciated. I've tried not to and ah as much tonight because on the Farlington Marshes walk, Andrew Norris did say, gave me a little pep talk and tries to get the ums and the ahs out. So I've tried to refrain as much as I can tonight. Hopefully, passed muster for you, Andrew Norris. Kerry Bowen says, good night, everyone. Have a good week. Thank you, Kerry, for joining. Very much appreciated. As always, any support is gratefully appreciated. Ron says, good night, all. And so has Mum. And obviously, thank you for enjoyable. Oh, Elaine. Well done, Andrew. Yes, it is good. And of course, Rob has provided a good a lot of entertainment. And Andrew has said, "You've done a great job, Andrew. Your vocal delivery was top notch." Yay! So yeah, I can keep it going for an hour. Oh, and Catherine said, "Such a good one, Andrew. Proud of you." Well, hopefully uh, I bet she's probably be watching me on her big television that she's got in her room. Elaine said, "Thank you and good night all." It's been a lovely, lovely hour or so we've had tonight. Definitely has been a good hour that we've had. And that sometimes I hope I've been good. We've had I think at the peak we got to kind of like 17, 18 hits, people watching, and we've got 13 thumbs up, which is good. I don't expect all, but anything is always good. And we've just come up for 61 minutes, so which is all good. If anyone wants to keep going, they can do. Catherine just sent me a couple of screenshots in a pitch black room of me on her screen. So, which is good. Actually, the definition's not that bad either. That's pretty good. Andrew's face has never been so large. That's true. I'm up on my desk in my room. The webcam is about 12, 13 inches away from me in old money. So about a foot, which it's all good. So yeah, Alison said, great show tonight, which has been good. Andrew Norris says, "No night all. Thanks for joining me. It's been very much appreciated." I think a lot of people are starting to disappear now, which is good. I'm going to come up over there next, Roland, and we can meet up and do just that, Jeff has said, which is always good. It's always good when people can meet up. Catherine said, "Speak another time, all. Nighty night." I'll probably catch up with you afterwards anyway, no doubt. As we always do. So we've been on air now for 62 minutes and 31 seconds. It's always a good sign. So I've got 4 people watching still and 14 thumbs up. That's even better. Okay. Have we got any more coming through the comments? I think I've done a pretty good job tonight of keeping up the chat. We've had lots of good quality chat, which is even better. Oh, Catherine said she wants to get back to her program Friday. Might be busy, but I'll see what I can do. Okay, I think we've only got 3 people now, so I think what we'll do, we'll quit while we're ahead, and it has been very much a pleasure for you all joining me tonight, and that, which is fantastic. So for almost 64 minutes, we will end the stream. So I'd like to all thank you for your company and that. And if you found this stream useful or want me to do more, please leave a comment and I will see what we can do. So for 64 minutes and 10 seconds, good night all.